Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with a different kind of video. To be fair, I should have technically, I guess, introduced the video as hello everybody, Dokkan assets here. But I did talk about when I made that post on Dokkan assets that I was going to be making some videos related to the Twitter account in the future. I do have some other ideas cooking up in the crock pot, but for now I wanted to do something that actually I've had a couple of requests for, and that is how to find certain assets on the Twitter account, because obviously right now it's just sort of, you know, a hodgepodge of things. And if you look in the media section, right, you can scroll through and, you know, find the most recent and relevant sort of assets and whatnot, but you're not necessarily going to find maybe the specific card that you're looking for if you're working on a project or something. So I wanted to go over some easy ways to try and search the card that you're looking for. Two of them are going to be kind of specific, and the other one will be a little bit more general. That's probably an easy thing to guess, but I'm just going to sort of go over it anyway, just because I have kind of been looking into this myself. To be honest, whenever I need assets for a thumbnail or a project or something, instead of just going into the Dokkan files and looking for it, I usually just search it up on my Twitter account. Plus, then that way too, it's a good way to kind of give me user side experience so that people, or so I know how people are kind of trying to interact with the account in terms of finding images and whatnot. So let's get into it here. First of all, before anything, I just want to note that 9 times out of 10, I post the most relevant assets here. Most of the time when a new card comes out for a celebration or whatever it is, I will have it as the pinned tweet, right? Otherwise, it'll only be whenever we do a giveaway for a certain amount of followers or a contest giveaway, whatever it may be. We've done that a couple of times before. Thank you to everyone for participating on that, by the way. But most of the time, other than that, it will be relevant images to what's about to come out in Dokkan or what's out in Dokkan right now. If it's a new Dokkan Fest unit, it will be pinned here. Right now, we obviously have the early image thread with just some images that have been added early into the game. So once Gohan's assets are actually added into the Dokkan files, they will be there. Plus, as well, if you are trying to find some more recent assets from cards that have just dropped, it is pretty easy. All you got to do is just scroll down here. You can see even just from the last couple days, right? We have the countdown teaser, right? We have the new wallpaper, the Trunks and Vegeta that just came out, the Cell wallpaper, the title screen, the Goku and Gohan that just came out. We have the Goku and Bulma that just came out. And then we have these images that were added into the files and whatnot. So if you're looking for the most recent stuff, that is the easiest way to find it. I keep it very, very consistent that I only post images that are either Dokkan assets or images that are relevant to the contest that I do. Otherwise, I don't post anything else. That way, it's a lot easier to find images that people are looking for, and they're not going to be scrolling through memes and reaction gifs and whatnot to find the specific asset sheet they're looking for. So I only post images that are assets or images that are relevant to the contest, and even then, those are only far and few between, you know, considering there's so many assets that I post. So, if you're looking for recent stuff, that's probably the most easiest way to find it. I know that's kind of a silly way to go about it in terms of, you know, oh, how to find it, but it is realistically the most easy way to find it. Now, besides that, there are 2 specific ways that you can find a specific card that you're looking for, and I understand that at the moment, it's not the best because it can be kind of confusing. Let me go over it first and then I'll kind of explain where I'm going with that train of thought. So if it is an older card, 9 times out of 10, I've said that twice in this video, I sound like Senku and Dr. Stone, but anyway, we have the Dokkan Wiki pulled up here. What I do, if it's a card that has been previously released and I post it, and it's not something that's brand new, I will literally just take the name from the Dokkan Wiki and use that. So for example, right, we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku here, the LR. If we throw that into Twitter search, we type in Dokkan assets, right? Make sure you put that in the beginning of your search before you get the card that you search, because then Twitter will know, okay, tweets from Dokkan assets. Got it. Now you paste the name of the card from the wiki, hit enter, and bam, there it is right there. It sees that you wanted to search it from Dokkan assets, and it pulls up the thread immediately. This is Super Saiyan 4 LR Goku, right? So if you're looking for a card that has been, when I say previously released, like usually when it's a card that, see, it's kind of a weird line, because here, we're going to go into the next way to search a card. If it's a newer card, usually what I'll do is I'll take the translation directly from Goresh on the data download post on the Gohan Reddit. Yes, the Dokkan Reddit. So Goresh, shout out to our boy for always translating stuff, always posts translations and always posts the names of the new cards. So for example, we're just going to take these guys right here, right? They are brand new, so they will be higher up in the media, but if we search them, I believe it should work even if we have it backwards like that, because I like to structure it. Yeah, okay, it works fine like that. I like to structure it how Dokkan likes to structure their card names, where they have the title of the card and then the character names. So Goresh always does it with the character names first and then the title of the card like that. And whenever he posts that, I always flip it, just because then it kind of makes it more uniform with the rest of my posts. But like this, it'll still work even if you just copy and paste Goresh's direct translation. Twitter will still find it here. So then that is another easy way to find it. Now here's the thing, right, that is a little bit hard about this. Usually when it comes to new cards and we have the assets for them, I won't make another tweet with the Dokkan Wiki updated name, right? Because I have the post out there already, and it's kind of repetitive to post all of the assets again. So it can be kind of hard to find if you're, you know, like, oh, this card should be far back enough to go on the Dokkan Wiki, and then you can't find it. And it's like, oh, it must be on the Reddit post. And then it's sometimes kind of hard to pinpoint the Reddit post unless it's a more recent one. I mean, this one just came out 16 hours ago at the time of this recording, which will be a little bit farther back for you. But the point is that this Reddit post just came out recently, right? So obviously it'll be easier to find it and easier to find the name. So that's where the flaw in this system comes in. I am obviously aware of what posts would be Reddit search names and what posts wouldn't be Reddit search names, because obviously I know the kind of timing of when I post all of the assets. I would say probably before, if it's a card that's before 4th year anniversary, I would say that there's a good chance that it is the wiki translation of it, because that's like sort of ish around the time where I started using the account. So that, I think, is a good baseline. If you're searching cards that came out before then, I would say use the wiki. Otherwise, though, I do want to talk about real quick an easy way to sort of find cards. Now, this one can be a little bit more general and a little bit more difficult. And this sounds kind of easy, but again, if we go ahead and search Dokkan assets, this does work on mobile, by the way. I've tested it. So obviously, if you just want to scroll through a bunch of Goku cards, this is like a yeah, no, duh. It'll just be a bunch of Goku cards, right? Also, if people are tweeting at me, right, it'll tweet some different, or it'll pull up some different things that people have made or whatnot. And then if you go to latest, it'll be all of the latest tweets. I always recommend going to latest, because then it will sort it by the tweets that have come out first. But obviously this isn't all me. This is a bunch of different people's things. You still have some stuff that I posted though. If you are looking for something specific though, like a form, it will be a little bit more difficult if it's like a base form Goku or something, because obviously that's just like Goku, right? If you do Dokkan assets and then Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I didn't put a space in between that. If you do that, it should come up with every instance of every Super Saiyan 4 Goku that I've posted. I did repost this one. This is a rarity. I usually don't do that. I reposted that one because I used to not post the Imgur links. Oh, I should probably talk about that. That's a good way to kind of transition into that. But before we get into that thought, just so you know, if you're looking for a specific form, a specific character, just go ahead and search the form and then the name of the character, and then all instances of that should come up. Let's do one more. Let's do Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So then, as you can see, all the different times I've posted Super Saiyan 3 will come up here. We have the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Oh, I actually need to repost that one. We have the, I believe this is the, oh, that's the LR. Transforming Goku, and we have Easy A Goku. Boy, we have Xeno Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes. So, another thing too, that's a good thing that I reminded myself of that. If you notice on some of my older tweets, right, I don't have Imgur links on it, even in my bio at the moment, right? It says Imgur links are in every tweet for the PNGs. For some reason, if you save the image, even though I post it as a PNG off of Twitter, or well, I post it up to Twitter, you're saving it off of Twitter. Sometimes it doesn't save to your phone as a PNG, sometimes it'll save as a JPEG, and then that means it'll have a white background in the background. Sometimes that's the case, I believe that was on there with this, right? Sometimes Twitter puts in this white background just because that's how it handles its images, and I think that was sort of a phase. I don't know if they do that anymore because I haven't seen it as often, but sometimes too when you save it, it just won't save as a PNG. So my point with that is that every tweet that I tweet out now that has Dokkan assets in it has a Imgur link. If you're unfamiliar with what Imgur is just a image hosting website, just a place where you can post images and then people can view the images. That's the point of the website. So every post on it has an Imgur link off of that. If we pop that boy open in a new tab, we can see that every single image in that tweet is also here. So then that way, if you want to make something out of this, or you want to use it for a thumbnail, or you just want to download the image just to have it or whatnot, you can have all of these images as PNGs, then that way they don't have a background and you don't have to go through the trouble of cropping them. I always make sure that there's an Imgur link so that way people can get the images. Plus, too, Twitter likes to decompress images, which basically means make them lower quality. So by clicking on the Imgur link, you will get the image in the full quality that it was put into the game by. If the images don't look so hot or they look kind of pixely, that's just how they were put into the game. I always put the assets on Twitter and in the Imgur link raw. If any decompression happens, that's all Twitter. Imgur keeps the images at the actual resolution that they are. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I know that was kind of a simple little thing just so you can know how to search. I know it is a little bit rough right now. It is definitely easier to find images that were posted more recently, or at least characters that were released into Dokkan more recently. I do have plans in the future to make a master list of all of the cards that I have posted with the tweet and the Imgur link. I like putting all the images in the tweet, so then that way people can kind of take a look, and if they don't want to go on Imgur and they have no reason to save it, then they can still get the full experience of viewing all the assets. Then as well too, they can kind of pick and choose what they want before they go ahead and download it on Imgur, and it's just a nice little way to kind of share everything that the card has to offer, rather than just giving you a preview and then putting everything in the Imgur link. So anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know as well if you have any suggestions on how to make a better search system. For now, this is what we've got. It is a good way to find some cards that have been posted. Again, I would say 4th year anniversary is a good baseline for searching cards using the wiki. And then I would just say even newer cards, like I'm talking cards that kind of just came out recently but still aren't kind of recent. are still pretty easy to scroll through, whether it's mobile or whatnot. Like, as you can see, we're now literally here in like 0.2 seconds to a lot of the anniversary stuff, and we're back to Piccolo now. So either way though, that's gonna do it for today. Again, if you guys have any suggestions for how you think I could improve searching for cards and whatnot, definitely let me know. I will slowly work on that database. I've not started it yet. It's sort of just a long-term plan, so we'll see what happens with that, but I definitely have some ideas for that. Otherwise though, thank you all so much for the support on Dokkan Assets. I really appreciate it. Every post that I make, you guys are just slamming it with likes, so I really appreciate it, and I'm glad people are really enjoying the assets that Dokkan has to offer. I will catch you guys in the next one. Epic You 2 out. Peace.